Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kieran, and I like helping people using a spiritual perspective. Today, guys, I wanted to go over a video about how to know if your twin flame or your soulmate or any relationship actually can run the distance, okay? To see how it would translate using visual aids of what a relationship, a true partnership looks like, okay? So this is basically the number one way to know if you're really in a twin flame relationship, to know if this person really is your soulmate and not just somebody that's only going to have sex with you in a Burger King past 10 o'clock on a Tuesday night, okay? We really want to take a look and see if this relationship can actually go the distance, and I'm going to show you that using a visual aid, okay? So this is something I've actually wanted to do for a while, use visual aids, and it's easier when you have like a tripod, like the ones you use for amateur porn, but I don't have that. I don't have any amateur porn channels. I don't have the body for it or the stamina. But in either case, this is the best that we can do, best that I can do. But I do hope that it is going to be able to help you guys out. And so let's get started, okay? So this is essentially, okay, the number one way to tell if you're twin flame, if you really are in a twin flame relationship, okay? So I'm going to draw a little bit of a picture for you. Just stay there. I'm going to show you as it goes along, okay? But I have a little reference over here to the side just so I don't completely mess it up. But what we do is we start with a basic line. Okay, so we have that basic line, and this line is essentially going to represent your spiritual journey. And I say spiritual journey rather than your life in particular, because your spiritual journey is essentially the catalyst of meeting some of these people. I mean, if you're in a twin flame relationship, oftentimes you are starting or you're in this sort of spiritual journey. It's the same thing with soulmates. So we're going to say it's a spiritual journey, but you can also apply this to, say, your life or something like that. Okay, so we can take that as just a basic line represented here by your spiritual journey, okay? So what's going to happen is we're going to, over here, we're going to put this as the starting point. And we are going to have two dots right here at the starting point, okay, as you can see. And one of those dots is going to be you, right, which I'm going to label as a you. And the other one is going to be them, okay? So it looks something like that, okay? So you have you, and I hope that you guys can see this because I barely can. So you have you, and you have them, right? So then, lastly, just to finish this off, is we have, let's say, personal milestones, right? So we're going to label those as such, personal milestones. So you have those there. Those dashes are personal milestones, right? Awesome. So what that now looks like, if you want to know what this twin flame relationship really is, this is what it looks like, and this is hands down the number one reason. I don't, truthfully, I mean, this is how you know if a relationship is going to work, okay? So, you are right here, right? Where are you? Right there, right? So, you are here. Personal milestone. Congratulations, guys. You progressed on your personal journey, and now you're going here, and you're going here. Now, if they are your twin flame or your soulmate, what's going to happen is they are going to be behind you. They are going to be following you on that journey. And sometimes what that looks like is that they might go ahead, you might go like that. Then you might go like that, and they might go like that, and so on and so on. But what happens on that twin flame journey is you have these sort of legitimate cycles of growth and progression, right? You have both of you traveling on a journey, right? And that is how you know if they can run the distance, okay? Because that is the most fundamental way to know if a relationship is going to work, because they have to go with you. They have to travel with you, okay? Now, painting that same picture down below, when we have you and them, 1, 2, 3, 4, you get the idea. Okay, so again, should label that though, would help you and them. So, right, you have this idea right here. You have you, sorry, wrong one. You have you right here, and you have them down there, right? So what happens now is that if you're not in a twin flame relationship, or you're not in a soulmate relationship, this is what it looks like. you kind of go here. And okay, they haven't moved at all. So you start thinking to yourself, all right, well, they haven't moved, but hey, maybe they're just behind, right? Maybe twin flame relationship, soulmate, maybe I just need to catch up. I mean, all these twin flame coaches are telling me that I should focus on myself, focus on my love. So, this milestone is whatever. Maybe it's a personal milestone, maybe it's a new job, maybe it's a new passion, maybe you discovered something about yourself. I don't know, okay? But, so you go, all right, well, I have no choice. There I go. Another one, right? Another big leap on your journey. Except they still haven't moved. They still have yet to move at all. So this might be a period of 6 months to a year, who knows? And then you start to think, all right, well, they're not moving yet. This is kind of hard. I thought they were supposed to be here. I thought they were supposed to show up. No real choice but to keep going. Oh, and they still haven't moved. They still have not met me. They still are not coming to help. There is no progression here. Where are they? And you are continuing to go in this journey. And yet, they're not showing up. So what that looks like, more or less, is just you, like that, going down a straight line, by yourself, on your own journey. Whereas a true partnership is this sort of centipede-like looking thing, where it's actually progressing in a linear sort of way, even though time is not linear, but the idea is that it appears like it's progressing, like there is things, both of you are catching up to each other, both of you are going on, there's actual communication, there's real things, and that is based upon many things, but that's based upon your connection, okay? It's based upon the reality of your connection, okay? And that is the most simplest way to tell if you actually are in a twin flame relationship, and I promise you that that's true. I mean, seriously, I mean, that is anything, twin flame, soulmate, if you want to look at it as a friendship, right? Because if you looked at this as just a friendship, right? Take a friend, any friend, and you ask yourself, well, have they consistently done this with me? And you, in your objective reasoning, might not have too much of a strong attachment to this particular friend, and you might go, oh yeah, they have, or they haven't. Maybe it's easier to let that go, easier to move on, easier to accept. But when you start getting love in there, especially some powerful connection that you really, really want to be true, and you do this, you're less likely, of course, to want to accept that as truth, because you want to push against that. But there is going to come a time, if they have made no progress, if you are around here, or maybe for some of you around here, where you're going to realize they aren't moving at all. They've never moved, not even to this first position. They haven't even moved there. And maybe they have. Maybe they've moved to that first position, but look how farther ahead you are. What happens is that they need to meet you. If you complete one stage, they complete a next, and so on and so on. That's what a real partnership looks like. And I know that from experience, and I can see that in other people's legitimately real twin flame connections, soulmate connections. Is there is a progression, there is a growth, there is a catching up, there is a seemingly linear type of relationship that seems to get better, more committed, more honest over time. A false twin flame relationship, a karmic relationship, just whatever kind of person relationship, they're not going to be able to go the distance with you. And if you need to check, just make this chart on your own. Label the personal milestones as whatever you want. I mean, I was looking at this as my false twin flame relationship, or any of the karmic relationships that I had in my life. And I was also the same person. At one point, I was the them to other people, okay? I was in my early 20s. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But in either case, I was the person, and the false twin wouldn't move. So, this first milestone was like, oh shit, I discovered music and poetry. Okay, so I move on. It's like, oh, I discovered tarot and YouTube channel. Oh, great. Ooh, I'm moving on. You know what I mean? And I discovered all this new shit. And the false twin, never moved. It just seemed like they were staying still. They were rooting themselves in whatever shit they were doing, right? So she ended up getting married and having kids and moving to a completely different state. And if I had stayed in that sort of energetic relationship, I would be probably here at this point, right? And I would be thinking of them, I would be looking at them and going, well, shit, my twin flame just isn't making it. Well, what is that? Well, it's because they're not my twin. It's as simple as that. Sometimes the truth stares you right in the face. and you don't want to accept it. So that, my friends, is the most basic way to understand if somebody is really able to run your marathon with you. And obviously these lines, they go until you die, obviously. I mean, your spiritual journey doesn't start. I mean, it doesn't end until you're dead. Then it ends. That's true ego death, is you're dead. So, yeah, guys, that's the best way to look at it. Try to be objective about this. Try to look at it. Try to do it for yourself. You can do it with anybody in your life. You can do it with your parents. You can do it with your friends. You can do it with your coworkers. It's a really good, legitimate way to see and understand if somebody is able to move with you on your spiritual journey, with you on your life journey. Okay, guys? I hope this video helped. I am going to be doing more visual stuff coming up in the following weeks. I lost what I was going to say. But I am going to be doing more videos soon. But for now, guys, I hope that video did help. I hope that video helped. I can't speak today. I need to go for a walk. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And I hope that your week goes smoothly. Okay, guys. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.